I am Joy Marie Chamberland, and I come before you today very excited because today is the day that the DNA kits will be delivered to the crime lab, fulfilling a need, a desperate need that KCPD has experienced for quite a while now. Before I go any further, though, I do want to give thanks to my church, Colonial Presbyterian Church in South KC. It is due to the generous, selfless donations of many individuals from my church who have made this possible. It all started about 4 months ago when Sergeant Adam Painter contacted me because I'm a member of the Citizen Police Alumni Association, and we do support the police in their endeavors when they need volunteers, but also for fundraising events when they are in need. Case in point, the DNA kits. Sergeant Painter contacted me 4 months ago, said that there was a need, coordinated a meeting among the crime lab, Sarah Jones, Sergeant Painter, and me, in which they outlined the need and gave me the backstory. Sarah telling me that those who have gone through the training, some had old boxes, old kits. Others who have gone through the training were literally leaving the training sessions with the contents of the DNA kits in paper bags. So there was a genuine, desperate need. The following Alumni Association meeting, I presented this need to the board, all of whom were supportive of providing the kits to the police. However, because we're a small organization, we're still just a few years old. We're very passionate about what we can do for KCPD, but we also function right now within some constraints, that being the necessary funds. My church was preparing to host Kansas City Police in May at an event called KCPD Appreciation, in which we wanted to say thank you publicly to Kansas City Police and also interview Officer Tyler Moss to hear about his story and listen to his commander as well. Just get an idea from both of them what it was like last year. When my pastor asked, is there anything in addition to honoring them that night that we could possibly do to express our appreciation, it was a no-brainer for me, and I said absolutely. The DNA kits are a top priority. So that night, my pastor said, in addition to praying for KCPD officers, there is a viable need, and Joy Marie will explain what that is. Put the word out that we need boxes for KCPD officers. That night, I had $400 in my hands, and the donations kept coming. We needed $1,880.24, and we, to date, have received $2,300 in donations. All the donations have gone to the Alumni Association, targeted for the DNA boxes, so the surplus that we have, as far as dollars, will be used for contents of the kits. And if I can just take this moment to say to every officer, there are more for you than against you. I've been overwhelmed at the generosity and the willingness of Bannister Home Depot to go above and beyond and cut costs to allow us to purchase these boxes at an incredibly reduced dollar amount. The generosity of my church in Missouri, but also there are people from Kansas who have donated to this cause because they believe in law enforcement. So please, officers, know there are more for you than against you. This has been a labor of love for me, and I've had the full support of my church and Kansas City, Missouri Citizen Police Alumni Association. It's a mouthful, but we are passionate for KCPD, and we will do what we can when we can with the funds and the resources that we have. I went to Home Depot and placed the order for 152 boxes. And within a week's time, the entire shipment was in. I was notified by the assistant manager. The order was in last week, June 30th. Sergeant Painter and I went over to Home Depot to get an idea of what the shipment looked like. There are 38 boxes, cartons containing the DNA kits. We then went to the crime lab to share with them. They're in, let's plan a day. 152 boxes will be delivered to the crime lab. So excited, as you can tell, looking forward to this afternoon and believing the rain's going to hold off because this is too big. Yay.
I have it down, ready to go, like I said.
Where? Are you coming out this way?
Yeah, we can bring nothing.
All right.
So what do we got? What kind of trip?
I can show you real quick. Just a big old flatbed that I'm told from a guy who hauls stuff.
Fluffed up the building and strapped around it. Sounds good for you guys?
I'll go get the straps ready.
Okay. Joy, actually, if you want to come in, I'm going to have you sign out and stuff.
Yes, I'll see you again.
Thanks, partner.
Thank you. Congratulations on the sale. Thank you.
All right, you ready?
Okay, let's roll.
Let's get up.
We are 2 days shy of exactly 4 months. We met March 9th, and here we are July 7th with the fulfillment of your ask.
That's great.
And here we have it. Allow me. And here we have it.
That's great.
So this is the kit.
Joy, if I could interrupt for 1 second. This is actually one of our burglar officers who just came in able to join us.
Oh my goodness,
That's his kit
hello.
in his hand. This is my kit that I was
Is
given.
that your kit?
Well, I was never given a kit. I was given a brown paper bag. So I literally have to make my own.
Well, here we go.
You're going to have a real one now. The first one.
Certainly. So, well, on behalf of Colonial Presbyterian Church, here's your new kit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Outstanding. That's the very first one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks for showing
What's your name,
up.
sir?
Winston Graham,
And where are you at?
North Patrol.
Oh, outstanding. Thank you.
It's my neighborhood.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate that.
So you don't understand how, part of the officer program was to multiply the capabilities of the police department to process crime scenes in a more advanced role. All officers get training in crime scene investigation, but many officers don't get the advanced training like this officer here has received. And we have approximately 100 or so officers that have received this advanced training, and with the advanced training comes advanced supplies. And so carrying those supplies to a crime scene in a paper sack is not the ideal situation. Some officers have bought their own kits. Some officers, we were fortunate able to get some grant funds or a variety of other funds to get these kits. And so the need was extreme. And we can't thank Colonial Presbyterian Church and their ministry for the support. And I'm sure you're very much appreciative.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative. I've had this little bag for like 2 years now, 3 years since I've been doing this, and I know there's a lot of officers that have their own makeshift thing that wasn't given a case.
So now they'll have it.
Yeah, and the other thing with the plastic kit is you can clean it out a lot easier, you can restock it a lot easier, it's probably a little bit more durable.
Yeah, a lot more durable, and walking around with a bag here.
Yeah, and what many people in the public don't understand is how much supplies an officer has. Not only like riot gear to weapons and flares and you name it, their car is packed full of stuff.
Just do a ride with and you'll find out.
Yes, absolutely. And so getting it organized and secured and free of contamination, that's the ideal situation. So thank you so much, Colonial Presbyterian and the Alumni Association, for your support on this. And I know that this is just the beginning. It sounds like from what Joy Marie had in mind is there is a need and there's also a desire to help. And to feel welcomed and feel helped, it's awesome during this period of time. Especially from sworn in the lab side of things where we provide this training for officers, that's our role. But I would hope that from a sworn perspective, those that are sworn officers, I wish more of them were able to make it today because I'm sure they are very much appreciative of everything you're doing for them. And you had given me a story where somebody had just $5 to donate, and they're like, "That's all I have," but it meant that much to them that they donated that little amount, and that's very special. And that goes a long way to making sure the officers understand that they are appreciated.
So I'm the guy that planted the seed here. I hooked these two up over here at the lab, introduced them, and the wish list came. It was way more extensive of a wish list. I was just hoping to get like 30 kids, and then I heard we had 140 something trained officers. I was like, whoa. All right, well, if you know her, you know she goes big and she can go big. So it all worked out.
That's wonderful.
And I've got a personal tie to this because I did do this training back in 2009, just after they did the initial course on it. So I had the new fancy on wheels kit, and everything inside was nice and shiny. And now I'm the operations sergeant who has to make these kits for the next group that goes through. And in fact, the last class we did, I had one extra person show up, and had to give him a paper sack for the time being because that was your only recommendation. And we did, and he came over for the training, and I'm guessing he probably still has that. Well, probably not that paper sack, probably another paper sack. And we've been piecing kits together, and we're talking about the original kits from 15, 16 years ago now. So we're gonna keep those as backups, I think, at this point, in case we need them. But for the time being, I think we're excited for everybody to get some nice shiny equipment.
Right.